Africans, honestly, Africans, I've said it several times on my show. Learn to mind your business. Learn to respect people that put you in certain positions. Learn to respect people that own and build their country. Because to be honest, if it was that rosy for you in your own country, you would have stayed in your own country to chase every single greener pastures dream that you were chasing. Africans, can you please, in the name of God, learn to respect, I'm still repeating it, people that actually put you, allowed you to make money in their country. Because there are some videos out here, there are some Africans out here that are tarnishing a lot of Africans' images. And because we've been having this back and forth with Black Americans, it's not making it look as if the hatred that Africans in diasporas have for Black Americans is something else. And you know the stupid, annoying part of some of these Africans? They have so much hatred for their fellow Black people that look like them, but they have so much love, likes, appreciation for white folks that never even care about them. You know, one annoying thing growing up is growing up, we Africans thought that every single thing that look like white is absolutely supposed to be in the hierarchy and respected. But for you that have stayed in a particular country, you stayed in the US for how many years? You've been able to establish a particular business, and you know that this particular business, it is still mostly African Americans, foundational Black Americans that are always patronizing you, but you still choose to disrespect them. Tell me, how will God ever forgive you? But anyways, in this video, I want you guys to watch the message that Africans actually pass to Americans. And let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Sonia. If this is the first time tuning, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. With that being said, let's dive right into this video, and I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
Dear African Americans, on behalf of every African community, and I'm speaking for everybody, find in your hearts to forgive us. What this lady over here did is very unacceptable. The behavior is very wicked, very horrible. We don't tolerate this type of behavior. For $50, $50, you find the strength of pulling a fellow woman hair like that? The hair that you just finished doing. Huh? Mama's gifted hand. Sister, we Africans, we your fellow Africans, doesn't condone your behavior. No. Mm-mm. Okay, let's assume that $50 was real money and she didn't want to pay the money. Why would you pull somebody's hair for $50? Can you imagine the pain the lady went through? Honestly, well, your greediness was way too much. And as a human being, you're not supposed to live like this. You think this is Africa, where everybody's greedy? And what is $50? What is $50? Not even $500. Not even $100, but $50. Imagine throwing your whole business just for $50. Huh? Dear sisters, dear African Americans, please forgive us. She's on her own. She's on her own. We are washing our hands. We don't support her. No, we don't. Maybe your village people was chasing you. Because what's so wrong with you? Now look at us being dragged into your mess. Now everybody is talking about us Africans being ungrateful because of you, one person. My dear Americans, we are very grateful. Thank you for being there for us. And every single support you guys show us, we really appreciate. And the lady who went through this, please forgive us. Forgive her. I know it's very hard to forgive her, but please, please forgive her.
I just wanted to get my hair done and I wanted to go home.
For Jessica Odom, it's not the hairstyle she'll remember. It's what happened after the appointment.
I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
I don't care.
Let my hair go.
I don't care.
She says she walked into Mama Gifted Hands expecting a quick appointment and walked out shaken, confused, missing a piece of her hair and holding a video she'd never dreamed she'd need to record.
I looked in the mirror. I loved my hair. And I went in my purse. I grabbed the $200 in cash and I gave it to the braider. She started speaking in their language, which I don't know what ethnicity they are, but she went over to the owner, which they refer to as Mama, and she gave her the money, and then she hopped up and she was like, no, this is $200.
Odom says everything started normally. A few texts, a clear plan, and a $200 agreed upon price.
Let my hair go.
We cannot leave you because
Man, I'm finna sue you, bro. I'm finna sue you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot you too. Look
I
at
said sue.
But once the stylist was finished, she says the tone shifted. Odom says suddenly the stylist demanded more money, and that's when everything changed.
She told me to just give her $30 and I could leave, or if not, go sit in the chair and we'll cut the hair out. I said, you're not cutting my hair out, and I'm not giving you anything extra. I paid you your $200. I'm leaving. She was like, no, you're not leaving. So she turns and she locks the door.
She says she spent nearly an hour struggling with 3 women, calling police as she tried to get out.
Hey, record me. I know. I said, if you can say.
We went to the salon for their side of things. They declined to comment. Birmingham police say they're aware of the video and detectives are reviewing the case.
Charges will be pressed and I am filing a lawsuit.
And Odom says once police got there, they did tell the women in the shop that they had assaulted and kidnapped her, but right now, no one has been arrested. So far, the video that's gone viral on TikTok has well over 1 million views.
It's obvious that these people don't know rules and regulations. You can't just hold somebody against their will for just no reason at all. But I guess for this situation, the reason is not paying all of your money for getting your hair done. And what's up with the story? Is it that they agreed on the 200 but verbally like agreed on a different amount for them to be like holding her against her will like that? Something is definitely off with this. It can't be that they both agreed that the $200 was good enough, and then after the hair was done, the hair was done super nice, where it's like, you know what, I did extra. I deserve an extra $20 to $30. And if that's the case, why it couldn't be verbally communicated? Why it has to be done after and then it turns into this big thing? I don't know. Who you guys believe is right? Who you guys believe is wrong? Let me know what you think.
I don't understand why you're going to behave like that. A lady send you a message. She have a proof. She asks you, if you do this type of hair, how much you charge? You said from $200 going up. She said medium, this type. You said that one is $200. She asked you, I get off from work 4 o'clock. Is that okay? You said yes. You gave her address. She came there. You did the hair. After you finished the hair, she gave you $200. You said, I use human hair or something, so it's $250. Now, every video that I've seen, Americans are saying that we Africans, we never love them, so they should kick all of us out. You see? You see, your greediness has come to us to worry us. People are going into your salon making a video. They are saying that you guys are not citizens. So they are, right now, they are doing that. They should deport you guys. You come all the way from Africa to somebody's country. The opportunity that you are even having here in our own country, we even get that kind of opportunity. The support that this country has supported us in our own country, we don't even get it. You are able to open salon here. You are working. Nobody trouble you. You talk to the lady. Your conversation is here. Why do you want to steal from the lady? $50. You see your life now. You just did the woman hair. Look at the way you are grabbing and hair that you just did. Look at how wicked are you, a woman, a woman. You see, right now, every video that I have seen, we should deport them. We should send them back to, they are not citizens. They don't like us. There's a lady that she have make like 1,000 videos saying that she never ever like us, so they should kick us all out. Why? Why? Why when they give you guys inch, you want to take the whole yard? You are in somebody's country. You are in somebody's country. Just because you are able to open a shop like that, that doesn't mean it's your country. Even your own country, you can't even do this kind of nonsense. We are in a country where they are supporting us. The things that we are not even going to get in our country, they are getting. Our family members are in Africa. Some of them get sick. They can't even afford hospital. They can't even. People are here getting the food stamp. We are here getting welfare. We are here getting so much help in somebody's country. You are able to use your skills to feed your family. $50. What is $50 gonna do you? Since you have come to this country, what is $50 gonna do you that you couldn't have let it slide? Now you see what you have done. You have put 3 people. I don't know if they were, because the video that I have seen, they wasn't involved. But you see, you use human hair. She did it. She asked you how much in your conversation. You stated there $200. You said from $200 going up. And she said she want medium. And you said $200. What kind of a greedy person are you? You see what you have done to all of us? You see what you have done? Right now, everybody is making video against us. We too, we haven't done anything. It's only you. She only person have to go down, not all of us. We Africans, we are not involved with this. What she did was greedy, and we don't like that. We African, we don't support this. She's on her own. Because there's no way that you will charge somebody $200, and when you finish, you want to add more money. It doesn't make any. You guys shouldn't add us. So we there our corner. We are minding our business. What is this? $250. You have put your entire work. They have arrested you. This is what you have. They're going to find you. They have done so much. You braid somebody's hair so painful, and you are grabbing it like that. You see the greediness. You will sit down and you will think, I should have let it go. Even this matter, your matter, and they said you went back and delete the conversation, but she have the conversation there, and she couldn't lie. You sit down, you say, why I didn't let it slide? It is late. Now, your shop, I don't know if they're going to let you. People are saying they should kick you guys from this country. Why? We came here to survive. We haven't survived yet. Look at what you have done to all of us. Greediness. You think you are here, you are able to speak the language, so you are Oga. You're going to bring some African mentality in this country. You think it's a law that it doesn't work over there. You're going to come here and make your own law. You sabi?
So Mama Gifted Hands is in jail, and not just Mama Gifted Hands. 2 of her workers is in jail, and I'm gonna tell y'all how $50 is gonna turn into $50,000. And as a business owner, you have to move different out here. So Mama Gifted Hands told this lady $200, okay? And we know after she got done or whatever the case may be, she wanted to charge the lady $50 more. But this is what you told her over the phone. Maybe that's all the lady had. Maybe that, and even if that's not all she had, that's what you told her. Okay. So then you wants to rip this lady hair when it's time for her to go. This is what you told me. I'm not paying extra, boot this, whatever the case may be. Africans are already under the radar. We already know attitudes, blah, woo this. Now, the Africans that braided my hair, I must say they were beautiful people inside and out. They treated me very nice, okay? Now, I'm not saying all Africans are like that, but they do be having a little attitude. And I said I was one of the ones to say that a lot of African women do not like black women, okay? Keep that in mind. My video went viral. But anyway, and I'm going to say this again, the Africans that I went to, they were very beautiful, respectful. They was very nice to me. I must say that. But anyway, this $50 is going to cost her $50,000 because now you have to get out of jail. You have to bond these other ladies out, probably help them get out of jail. You have to get a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, court fees and all the above. And plus, on top of that, you're going to have to end up paying this lady. And you're going to lose customers because a lot of people are not going to want to come back to you. So as a business owner, you have to watch the way that you move. So you would have lost out on that $50, but now you're going to lose out on $50,000. So you have to make it make sense, okay? She's not going to win nowhere around the board at all. You know what I'm saying? You really have lost. So make sure as a business owner, you make decisions, you know, for your business and what's best for you is what I'm saying. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed to J-Lo.
Yala Birmingham hairstylist really threw her whole business away over $50. That's literally what happened. A client showed up with the exact $200. The stylist herself confirmed through text. No confusion, no hidden fees, but instead of clearing up whatever misunderstanding she suddenly had, this stylist decided to put her hands on the woman. The video says everything. You can see the client getting dragged so hard she walked out with a bald spot. Like you can literally see her hair sitting on the floor. It got so out of hand that the police had to show up and tell the stylist point blank, you can't do that. Imagine needing the cops to remind you that assaulting a paying customer is not part of running a salon. And all of this was over $50. Not a chargeback, not a scam, just a pricing switch up the stylist caused by saying one thing in a text and demanding something different in person. Now she's looking at a potential lawsuit. And honestly, with the dragging, the door being blocked, the client not being allowed to leave, that's giving false imprisonment, and depending on how the statements line up, maybe even extortion. These hair horror stories y'all keep sharing are getting out of control. Some stylists are acting like clients are the enemy instead of the reason they have a business in the first place. Something has to change, because ripping someone's hair out over $50 isn't just unprofessional, it's straight up greed on another level.
We all know about that braid lady in Alabama that held their sister hostage in that braid shop because she was trying to finesse $50 more. So we heard about that story, been talked about. I ain't get a chance to talk about it yet. And we also heard that 3 people got arrested for that. Cool, right? My thing is, I think they should get deported. I ain't gonna lie. I think they should do about 3 years in prison, then get deported back to their homeland. I think they shouldn't have no bond. Thank God they don't have a bond, but I don't think they should ever have a bond. I think they need to be locked up first. First and foremost, they need to go through the United States prison system, right? Because that's going to be the last bit of luxury that they going to have. Because keep in mind, black people, prison in America is better than being homeless in Africa. Let me say that again. Prison in America is better than being homeless in Africa. They're going to have 3 meals a day. They're going to have some commissary and everything. But that's going to be the last bit of luxury they're going to ever see. Because once they get done with their time, they get to go back to Africa and start pulling other people's hair. We don't act like that here in America. But they do. They do. They finesse, change prices, give you fake. I heard somebody put plastic braids in one of our sisters' hairs out here. Now, I don't know if this is true, there's such thing as plastic braids, but goddamn, boy, that's some cold shit. I ain't lying. But like I say, they need to be deported. And what can we do about that? Like, do we need to call Alabama and ask, or call ICE like, hey, there's some Africans down there. Can y'all deport them back home to their homeland? What we need to do, y'all? How can we do? Do we need to protest in front of the place so these women can be deported back to Africa? Me personally, I want them to enjoy prison first. I want them to remember the luxuries of America before they go back to their homeland. Y'all be safe.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and you guys have seen all of that video that I've been able to roll out for you guys. And As an African person, honestly, I wish we can even create more of this kind of awareness, right? Because at the end of the day, we find out that there exists so much back and forth with Black Americans and a lot of African countries. Is it that Jamaica is coming to say their bullshit, or Nigeria is coming to say another nonsense? Or, do not get me wrong, I'm not saying that some Black Americans are not wrong in some of their action, but if you check, honestly, ever since 4 years now of creating content, I have noticed that most people that create most of these problems are mostly Africans, to be honest. Because let it make sense to me. You both have your bargain, you accepted, and then you're pulling out a hair strands that she did that is new, and just because of your greed, your selfishness, you've been able to lose what is putting food on your table. And it's not only going to end there. Is that this is going to send you to prison, or this is going to deport you back to your country, which simply means you are going to start from square one. Because why? You cannot control your temper, you cannot control your mouth, you cannot control the way you act, knowing fully well that you are in another man's land. That's to say, in your own country, you do worse than this. And I can tell you for a whole fact, as someone that goes to salons to make hair, right? I've seen a lot of this nonsense where these people will literally, you will tell them, this is what I want and this is my budget. They will accept. I'm talking about in Africa, Nigeria here. I'm talking about my own experience. And at the end of the day, once they are done, they keep giving you story. You're supposed to ask more money add now. Not be so it's supposed to be now. But you will not ask them, but I had an agreement and I told you this is my budget. They'll not start telling you reasons. I use edge control on the hair. I use this, I use that. And that is why most of the time I just tell myself, instead of to be getting all of that headache, let me just be rocking my wigs. I don't have strength for all of this nonsense. And you guys have taken this nonsense to another man's land where you assume that you're looking for a greener pasture. You cannot respect yourself. You cannot respect the people of the country. Every single thing you do is just to keep barking like a dog. I'm an African person and I do not support nonsense. Honestly, I'm not that kind of person that will come here and sugarcoat word and be like, she's African. Let's try and check and see the possibility. If the Black American woman is wrong, I will come here and say it exactly as it is. Man, this one you did is absolutely wrong. But in all of this clip I've been able to roll out for you, I even have to attach her interview. You can see that this woman was literally not wrong. She was right. She did according to the agreement. You choose to use human hair in doing the whatever you are doing. You should have told her that, okay, maybe immediately she come, oh, I'm sorry, I told you this particular price, but with human hair, I think the price is going to increase a bit. It should have been more considerate. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm not doing it. Then she look for another place. There is even a way you will approach someone. There's a way you will talk to a customer that customer will not even have a choice than see reasons with you. I've worked in an hospitality firm before where I was supposed to give this man a room. The room he paid for was a lesser room, but I came on my shift, I took over my shift, and I didn't know. Instead of checking properly, I switched him to a bigger room, and of which immediately my manager noticed. My manager was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay for this." Do you get? Because yeah, it was actually my mistakes, or I know how to fix it. So what do? I have to go to the guest, approach the guest, and I told him, "Sir, I'm very sorry. I know that you didn't book for this. Every single thing is my fault. My manager has already said I'll pay for it, but I did a mistake. This particular room I give you was not supposed to be our standard room. I gave you a deluxe room instead of a standard room. I'm so sorry about that." And the man was like, the way I approached him, the man was forced to be like, "I didn't actually budget for this, but how much is the difference?" I told him, "Sir, this is actually the difference." And he said, "Okay, there is no problem. I'm going to add up the difference. They don't need to take it out from your salary." The way I approached him, there is matter of approach to every single thing, especially when you already seen that you are literally wrong. You kept a woman hostage, you locked her there, you dragged her by the strands of the new hair that you just did, and you expect every single Black Americans to clap for you. Apart from clapping for you, expect them not to boycott other African shops. You're using your nonsense to rob on a lot of us that it is not our business. Black Americans, I will also still say this in the video. Every single person that did something as an African, deal with that person specifically. I beg you in the name of God. We are not all the same. We have human beings that their number 6 is correct. We have some that number 1 knot is out. We have some that 2 knots is out. We even have some that 3 knots is out. Just like these white folks. Do you get? So please deal with every issue accordingly. If you guys want to lock up her shop, lock it up so that other people will see it as lesson. I've also seen a particular black African woman that with this braiding shop where she did exactly what this black American woman wants, but this black American woman was arguing that she didn't do it. But you can see the way this lady, this African lady, addressed the issue. Oh, okay, you think we didn't do it very well. Oh, we are very sorry, but okay, can you stand up? What particular length that you want? If you've seen that video, let me know, guys. What particular length that you want? You said it's a bust length, but my dear, this is actually a butt length. You can see it's very well. This is where she addressed it, and the lady just walked out peacefully. Even when the lady was saying, I'm going to call the cops, she never called the cops because she knew that everything was addressed and exactly what she ordered for was what she got. But this one, she ordered for something, she paid you, and you did your own extra. And you expected that just for $50, someone that can pay $200, freaking dollars, do you think is $50 that person cannot pay? That person can pay, but your manner of approach matters. Kept her hostage, locked her in there, dragged her by a. I just imagine the kind of trauma, the kind of thing that woman actually went through. I've actually brought a part 1 of this kind of video and I heard what the messages that Africans are sending, and I was like, okay, let me bring it down here. Can you imagine the pains, the trauma of that woman going through by you holding her by the strands of her hair? It's that bad. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, you don't even deserve to be deported. You deserve to be there, life in prison. Honestly, that is what you deserve because that is kidnapping as far as I'm concerned. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credits belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we had in today's episode. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And Kai, I'm so pissed off. With no further ado, I'm going to say, man, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. I love you guys.